Hi, it's Keith from Cloud Design Box. Welcome to the video. In today's session, we're going to take a look at grading group assignments within Microsoft Teams. Please don't forget to like, please do subscribe. So let's get over into assignments. Here we are in Teams assignments, and I'm starting off in the student view. So Susan and her group have completed the work, and they're now going to turn this in. Any member of the group can turn in the assignment. So they need to be in agreement with each other that they've completed the work or done enough work, and then anyone can then select turn in. If for any reason they decide to add further content to the assignment, it's not a problem. Any student within the group can undo the turn in, add the work, and then return it back in again. Let's go over to the teacher view. Now that I'm back in teacher view, I can go into assignments. I can open up the group assignment, and as we can see, group 1 has handed the work in. I can come over to the far right hand side, hit the ellipses, and I do get the option of being able to grade my students individually. So for example, a student may have not been able to participate in doing the assignment, or has basically not done enough work compared to the other students. So I can grade it individually by selecting the 3 dots and choosing grade students individually, or I can select the handed in tab. That will then open up the assignment, and over on the right hand side within the speed grader, here's my group, and I've got my rubric and I can grade it here. Or if I come down, I still get the option of being able to grade students individually. I can select it. That will then break up the group. So there's Laura at the top. She gets her own individual rubric and a feedback area. Same for Digby, Marisol, and the rest of the students. However, for today, we're going to grade our students as a group. So I can click that button. It will then send it back to the group view. There's my students. And I can then open up my rubric. For content accuracy, I can choose. So it was good. I can, at this point, select done and come out of the rubric, back into the speed grader area, and I can still choose to grade the students individually. So they would still get, at this point, 18.75 out of 100 for each student, and I can then continue to grade each student as individuals if I so choose. However, I'm going to continue on and keep it back as a group rubric, and I can then select the next marking criteria from the drop down like we can at any rubric, or I can just scroll through. As I grade each marking criteria, it will then automatically add up the points value. Once I've finished grading via the rubric, I can select done. For each rubric criteria, I can add some feedback. However, that just stays within the assignment and it's not my formal feedback. I can select done. Here's the feedback for the group, and when I return this to my group members, within the grading tab, each individual student will then see the feedback for this particular assignment. If I come down the page, I've got the option to return the assignment. If the group hasn't done enough work, I can also return it for revision. So they will have to get back together again, add some further content, and then return in the work. However, this is good enough for me, so I'm just going to select return. And that has now been sent back to the students as a completed piece of work. If I come to the top of the page, for those of you that are familiar with the speed grader, I can then move from group 1 to group 2, group 3, group 4, and so on. Or I can use my toggle arrows to go through each of the group assignments. Like any assignment, I get the group history button so we can see what happens. And also, if I was to come to group 2, for example, I can take action in the group view. So as the teacher, I can actually go back in and I can turn in the assignment on behalf of the group as well if required. In this case, I'm just going to select back. I've finished grading, so I'm just going to close this. As we can see, Group 1's work is now completed. That's gone into the returned area. Within the assignments, I can still see my feedback, and I can also see the points value there as well. If I come through to the Grades tab, here's the interactive timeline project that we set. It was marked out of 100 points, and as we can see now, the points have been split between my students. So there's Susan, we've got 81.25, there's Stephanie, Leonard, Marisol, Laura and Kelsey. If you found this video useful, please don't forget to like, please do subscribe, and if you hit the activity bell, you'll be notified every time Cloud Design Box uploads a new video. Thanks for watching.